Hi friend, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brad and I am the Nickel City Mystic. I have recorded this session. I think will be number 4. And I finally had to just go back to my regular microphone, as the one that I had thought I was going to love, I just don't. So we're going to do this healing session, but instead of losing the messages and the kind of work that I've done from the previous sessions, if you will, we're going to take the kind of card messages and combine them together. So what I mean is that this session is an energy healing session designed around looking into the tarot and really honing what the kind of frame is for the healing session through the tarot. Now, if you don't care for the tarot or you're not interested in that type of healing, that's fine. You can just simply enjoy this as a relaxation session, which I would say that I always want you to kind of take away from this. So I'm going to, before we even get started, light our intention candle over here. And my intention for you today is to take the healing from this session that you need, no matter where you are, no matter when you are, so that you may take in this healing for your highest and greatest good and aspiration. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my box of matches here. Okay, so we're lighting our intention candle again with the idea that you are taking from this session whatever healing that you need at this time. Perfect. All right, so we're going to now go ahead and establish our sacred space through the use of some incense. And this is just going to set up our space that is safe, that is welcoming. And I'm just going to grab my incense here. And first, I'm just going to weave it back and forth over our space. And in doing this, we're just kind of using the energy of a smoke cleanse to clear the kind of chakra or energy center mat, to clear our crystals, our tarot. And then we're going to come on over to you here, doing a gentle smoke cleanse on you first. This helps to expand and loosen the aura, so that any energy work that we're doing here is gentle and soft. I'm going to bring some to myself here. And then I'm just going to spiral upward, opening our sacred space here, creating almost like a bubble of energy so that no matter where you are, no matter when you are, we are connecting through time and space. Perfect. Okay, so as I had said, I have been using tarot for each of these sessions that I've recorded, and it hasn't panned out, but I don't want to lose the message, so I've officially decided I will take the 3 cards and we are going to make them one whole message, and I think you'll find that they do come together quite nicely. So the deck that I'm using here is the Astro Matrix Tarot, and I'll go ahead and I'll open the box. As I do this, let's just go ahead and take a couple unified breaths. So we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Very good. Okay. So the cards that we're going to be looking at are the three that I've placed on top now. So the first card that I had drawn is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is all about taking time to coalesce, to relax, to spend some time kind of suspending oneself and just being in the moment, embracing that idea of rest and relaxation. This is Jupiter in Libra, which is Jupiter being expansion and good fortune and growth, and Libra loving that harmony and balance. So really embracing growing into that expanded harmony, that expanded kind of peace and tranquility. The second card that I drew is the King of Swords, representing the elements of air within air. And this is a very intellectual card, a very intellectual energy. It's all about deep thinking, and if you notice, his sword is slightly askew here. And that's because he understands that truth and that thinking and understanding isn't black and white, but rather there's some gray area. So it's kind of being very much so aware and cognizant of your thinking and your truth, but also knowing that really truth can never be black and white. And the final card is the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is Sun in Capricorn. Capricorn is very much an ambitious, a kind of individual or energy rather that likes to achieve and climb and meet goals. So when we see this card, this is telling me that we are also looking at energy of preservation, energy of conservation, sometimes protecting or storing materials. But at the same time, this can beg the question of, are you holding on to what you have so tightly that you cannot progress and move on? Because when you think about it, you cannot open a door if your hands are full. So in this case, also begging that question of, are you holding on too tightly to what you have? So as I lay these three cards out, I see someone who's doing a great deal of thinking between the ideas of achieving kind of this rest and relaxation, and also perhaps trying to preserve oneself, preserve your energy, retain your energy, and working hard to maintain that. So in this case, I'm going to look and clear your energy, and I'm going to be doing a lot of work involving stopping and sensing if there's any blockages. Where do you feel energy perhaps depleted, or where is it built up? And then we will go from there. Once we clear and sweep through your energy, we'll bring in some fresh, new, revitalizing energy as well. Before we get into that, I'm going to take my mixture of salt water, frankincense, and lavender, and I'm going to use that to kind of act as a glove. So it's kind of like a protective barrier between my energy and your energy, so we can still do our energetic healing in our work, but we don't have to risk me giving energy to you or you giving energy to me that we don't need to mix at this time. Of course, mixing energy is not a bad thing, but typically when you're doing a healing, just as if you're doing a surgery, one would keep their rubber glove or their protective gear on so that they don't mix their own germs with what they're doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub this in. And I'm just going to bring in some symbols here right away to really connect with the energy here. Excellent. Bringing in my additional symbols here. Great. No matter where you are, when you are, we are connecting right here, right now. This is your friendly reminder throughout this session to keep breathing. Breathe in a way that's comfortable for you, but please make sure that you're breathing all the way down to your belly. And oftentimes we're only breathing up here in the upper chest or clavicle region, and that is not enough. We need to breathe all the way down. That helps to bring in fresh energy, that helps to release energy. So please be cognizant. Please make sure you're doing your best to allow your breath to flow. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead here and let's just tune in with the energy. It's really interesting because when we have these, each time I focus on a different area during the healing, but the 3 areas that I worked on are pulling themselves out and they're kind of like pinging, if you will. I can feel this kind of like heat build up, and I'm feeling this in your third eye, your heart, and your solar plexus. So I am going to use my pendulum just to verify that yep, your third eye is looking a little blocked. The energy is not moving the way that I would like to see it moving. So I'm going to put down some amethyst as a marker for right now. Let's look at the heart. Heart is looking a little sluggish. So we'll just ping that right there, and let's look at that solar plexus too. And I'll put my hand here so you can hopefully see the spinning a little bit more clearly. Solar plexus look pretty good. I'm going to hop down to the navel or the sacral. Okay, so the sacral, as you can see, is spinning pretty wildly. So that tells me that it's overworking. And I'm just going to put down some honey calcite as our marker for the sacral. And let's talk about what these kind of look like in this kind of situation. So I'm going to, as we do this, just begin a gentle, general sweeping of your energetic body. And I'll be collecting that energy and putting it into the fire, okay? So let's begin here. And when you first have a blockage in the intuition area and things kind of begin to slow, you will begin to feel like you are having a hard time connecting to that inner knowing that we all tend to have. You might have some crazy dreams, or if you've been trying to have dreams at night, you will not be having any. So it's kind of throwing that whole concept out of whack. And when we come down to the heart, when you have a heart energy center that is a little sluggish, you're having a hard time perhaps practicing self-love, self-compassion, compassion for others. It can also be as a result of giving too much energy. It's not a bad thing to be giving and to be kind to others, but when we overexert ourselves because we can't say no, it results in depletion. So that might be a reason that we have some depletion going on, as well as that Four of Pentacles with the Four of Swords, kind of saying that you have been really overextending and it's time to take a break, relax for a moment here, and breathe. Okay? And then as we go down to our sacral area, and if that's overworking and it's really spinning here, that's telling me that perhaps you have been putting a lot of creative energy, you've been putting a lot of maybe more kind of like a, for lack of a better way to say this, like a sensual energy. You've been really honing this like deep inner passion, okay? And when we do that a lot, it can, again, lead to depletion and lead to future blockages. So we want to ensure that we kind of bring that down a little bit so it doesn't really, overwhelm and just kind of burn itself out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of petrified wood here, and I'm going to put it next to that sacral area on the other side of the honey calcite. And that's going to be to create a balancing effect. So you have this strong sacral energy from the honey calcite, and petrified wood is great for absorbing energy. So we're going to put that here and just bring them together. We're going to let that kind of neutralize itself a little bit. I'm going to put a piece of raw jade as well across from the heart, and that will help to bring in this beautiful earthy energy. Also relates to the heart energy center. It just has a bit of a different feel or a vibe to it. So I'm going to put that across from the rose quartz. And finally, I'm going to take this clear quartz point and I'm going to just connect it to that amethyst just to amplify that energy, really help to clear and reconnect. So I like to use crystals because they're thought to have the vibration that's similar to these energy centers. So when we connect them with these energy centers, it helps to, as I say, recalibrate or kind of restart these energy centers. So we'll put these here. And while that happens, I'm going to just go through and do a little pulling and plucking here, using my scissors to cut away any really sticky bits of energy, okay? So, just going to start up here. Excellent. Just feel a lot of energy outpouring here, so let's just take that and reduce it. Okay. Just going to take some healing aura spray now, and I'm just going to spray this over your energy centers. This is just a charged aura spray that will help to facilitate the healing for us today. Okay, just gonna move those back. Excellent. Okay, and I'm just going to, now that we've really cleared things out here, I'm going to come back and bring in some fresh, revitalizing energy here, restoring anything that was removed, helping to return things back to a more balanced state. Just bringing in that energy here. Okay. Excellent. Just going to quartz, amethyst, rose quartz, jade, honey, calcite, petrified wood, quartz, amethyst, rose quartz, jade, honey, calcite, petrified wood, quartz, amethyst, rose quartz, jade, honey, calcite, petrified wood. Okay, now I'm going to bring in a tree of life symbol. And I want you to envision your body as a tree trunk. And you're going to envision branches with beautiful leaves. They can be green or iridescent, shining leaves coming off your shoulders, your head reaching up into the sky, the divine, your higher self. And then I want you to envision roots growing out of your legs, and these roots dive and dip and go all the way down into the earth. And this helps to balance the energy within you, letting any excess energy travel outward, either through the branches or the roots. And it just allows you to balance the energy work that we've done here, just letting you relax, relax, relax. Okay. Just take a few breaths here, breathe in. And let the energy harmonize. Any energy that is released will be recycled, whether it's traveling upward or downwards. It doesn't matter. There is no right, there is no wrong. The energy goes where it needs to go. Okay, let's check in here. Okay, Ajna, our third eye looks much better. Check the heart. Much better. Solar plexus. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. Just going to begin to seal your aura here. Closing it up. Keeping in all of that beautiful energy that we've brought in, but keeping it permeable so that energy can still be released as needed. Perfect. Excellent. So, I hope hope you enjoyed this healing session. I hope that you were able to get the healing energy that you needed from this session. And with that, please stay so safe. And until next time, my friend, bye.